Hello everyone, it's me, Anthony Couch, a guitarist on YouTube, and I'm coming to you today with a very raw and possibly unedited video. Although this is the second attempt at this intro, so I've already probably chopped off the failed first attempt. But other than that, unedited. It's New Guitar Day, and it's not a proper New Guitar Day unless you post a video of it on YouTube or Instagram and share it, because we all live vicariously through each other's guitar purchases. I don't know about you, but I love watching people talk about new guitars, opening the case. Don't worry, I'm going to do a teasing long shot of the case, and then I'm going to open it, and we're all going to live vicariously through one another's guitars. Anyway, before I do that, I've got a very brief update, and that update is just that I want to get across that some of you may have known that I used to do 2 videos every week. 2 full long videos, which take a lot of editing, and then 2 shorts, which still take a bit of work, but less. And since Christmas, I've had to drop down. I've had to drop down to just doing 1 video a week. And some of you may have seen that I'm doing Patreon, where you can get an extra video, and I'm definitely doing an extra video for this one. In fact, I've already filmed it. I don't need to think that I've picked up, you know, I'm taking away what I've done on YouTube and I'm putting it over on Patreon and you've got to pay for it. That is just an extra little thing that I was always going to drop to 1 video a week, because work, I'm a guitar teacher, has gone crazy. And it's thanks to you, to people like you, some of you watching this, taking lessons with me. I just can't find the time to make 2 full edited videos, you know, make a backing track and talk about an in-depth bit of music theory and film crazy backgrounds on a green screen. I can't commit to doing that twice a week. My new routine now is that I film on Fridays and edit on Mondays. I can't do that this week because I'm actually on holiday. I'm away as you see this video. However, getting back to what I was saying, the Patreon stuff is extra reward for people who support me on Patreon. That wasn't my intention. I have worried about that. I was always going to drop down to 1 video a week. 1 video a week though, that's still okay, isn't it? And 2 shorts, I'm still, you know, running myself ragged to keep things ticking over. Anyway, you're not here for boring updates, you're here for unveilings of new guitars. Now, I'm going to show you this case, and the case alone is going to make you go, Anthony, what have you just bought? Because if you've seen my channel, you may know that I am known for playing crazy coloured RGs with the occasional shovel thrown in there. But you know, the fluorescent pinks, fluorescent orange, not orange, yellows and greens and purples. But look at that case. That case does not house a fluorescent guitar, nor does it even house a solid body guitar. That is correct. Still get a familiar name on the case though. Have a look at this. This guitar may surprise you. Boom. This guitar is too classy for the likes of me. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this level of sophistication on a guitar. You're looking at a Ibanez AS2000, which I have bought because I'm on a quest for getting into jazz guitar. Now don't worry, I'm still a shredder. If you cut me, I bleed alternate picking. That's my thing, that's always going to be my thing. But this guitar represents a bit of a change in the way that I've recently been practicing, and in the future I plan on practicing. A change in that way. On those very, very rare occasions, sorry, excuse the boxes, I'm meant to be moving, but that was a disaster. On the rare occasions that I do find time to practice, because as I say, got a lot on at the minute, I've been practicing a lot of jazz. And if you do follow me on Patreon, I'm going to talk about this recent discovery that I've made that it's almost revolutionised the way that I see chords. I can't wait to talk about it with students, but over on Patreon there's a bit of a video there. Anyway, I know you're dying to hear how it sounds, but look at this. This is Anthony getting old or what? Classy. Sorry, the squeaky chair. Maybe Anthony is getting a bit old with his classy guitar. But as I say, I'm not going to turn into a jazzer, on video anyway. You know, I'm going to keep the channel shred based. We all love shred. Jazz does creep into my life though on a daily basis, and I listen to it a lot. And I've been listening to jazz guitar a lot more. Usually, for me, it's the jazz sax, piano, flute. Those are the things that I like listening to and that I like practicing. But I want the jazz to creep over into my primary instrument. I think it's about time. Anyway, here is some brief, I'm only keeping today's video quite brief, some brief tones from the Ibanez AS2000. It does all sorts, all this stuff. I'm not used to the Les Paul looking thing down here. It took me a while to get to grips with what does what, which is the tone, which is the volume. I suppose I better learn how to play jazz, aren't I? What was I doing before? I did this thing. Oh yeah, I did this. Those are really two very simple chords in terms of theory. Even though they sound a bit out there on the guitar at the minute, but you know, there's something going on there, which I talk about. Anyway, it's got this switch that does something. It's called a tri-tone switch or something. Turns this into a humbucker or single coil or parallel something. I've got some research to do. Anyway, this is all about the jazz practice. I wish I had some jazz stuff to show you. Do you know what? I do. I practice it loads, but there is a little bit of apprehension because I don't feel ready. That's what the guitar is for though, to get me doing it more. I'm probably posting videos, maybe on Instagram. Keep it separate from the YouTube stuff. I am on Instagram. I'd like to see you there. Link in the description. Come and say hello over on Instagram. See the thinking face? I've got some homework to do. But do you know what? I'm looking forward to it so much. This guitar is not what I would go for in terms of the way it looks. It's too sophisticated for the likes of me. But it's not about that. It's about making me practice this genre that I love. I'm not saying you can't practice jazz on an RG. Of course you can. I've been doing that for the last few weeks, believe it or not, based on what you've just heard me trying to do. But this is a different way of practice. It's really loud unplugged. Anyway, what chord progression have I been working on? At least I'm going to leave you with something that sounds vaguely like I've been putting in some work. getting there slowly. I've got lots to memorise. That's 1/3 of the chord progressions that I've been working on recently. Voicings and all the rest of it. Looking so forward to spending more time with this guitar, I can't begin to tell you. Stay tuned on the channel though for more edited videos and more shred stuff that I know that you like. But thanks for watching. Extra special thanks to these names who support me on Patreon though. But you're all amazing. You don't have to support me on Patreon just for me to think that you're an amazing person. It's amazing that you've just watched the video this far. Anyway, the battery light is flashing, so better call it a day. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Ibanez, too classy for me.